Hey guys, it's Risa. I'm outside. I'm not in my kitchen because I'm going for one of my me time walks just by myself. Sometimes I like to walk with people. Sometimes I like to talk on the phone. Sometimes I like to just listen to music. Other times I just like to walk and look at just what's going on around me. I love to people watch. I love to see the trees and the birds and the flowers. Well, right now you can see that there's not a lot of flowers happening. It's still pretty cold. Anyways, I want to talk to you guys about mindful and mindless eating habits. I know, from somebody who definitely has had trouble with this subject. Before I do, just a quick reminder. I hope you've subscribed. It's a little windy. I have my water. To subscribe, to share my channel, press the like button, comment. I enjoy your questions. I enjoy your posts. And I hope you've checked out my recipes. And remember that they are all written under each video, the instructions, the directions, the ingredients. You know what I'm saying. I apologize, but I'm holding my phone, so I may have to switch hands because I get tired. So let's talk about eating habits. For many, many years I've struggled. And it's a continuing battle between knowing when you're hungry and when it's just mindless eating. A lot of times, sorry, my hair is getting in my mouth. We don't want that happening. A lot of times, we're bored, we're tired, we're stressed, we're frustrated, we're angry. We haven't had enough sleep. We're disappointed. We're having problems with people in our lives, maybe work. It can be a lot of reasons why we grab things to eat. And, when you're in the kitchen and you're cooking, right? And you're sampling those BLTs, the bites, licks, and tastes, they add up. A lot of times we're not really hungry when we do that. You're with other people, you're celebrating. That's okay. That's a time when you'll want to eat. But if you've just had a nice meal, is it necessary, especially when you're on your health journey? And of course, everything in moderation. Right? So, a lot of times you think you're hungry, you've had a big meal, and then a half an hour later, it happens to me as well, where you feel like you're hungry, and sometimes you're just tired, or again, you're just bored. You don't have things that you're keeping busy doing. So I always say, have a drink of water. I buy carbonated water now because a lot of times our stomach, and actually all the time, it goes in waves. You feel hungry and then you have something and then you're full. So, I say during those times, if you've had a meal, you've had a nice breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner, and 15-20 minutes you're starting to snack, well, a lot of times it's just in your head and you're not really hungry. So, start with having a nice drink of water. And there are ways to keep yourself busy, my friends. Okay, so like I said, a lot of times we're using eating as a coping mechanism, right? I know, trust me, I've been there. We're foodies. We always were saying food is love. It doesn't talk back. It's there when you want it. It's delicious. But is it helpful? Is it mindless? So, I go for my walks like right now. I have a drink with me. Have a fruit. Especially if you think you're really hungry, okay? I'm not saying not to eat if you're really hungry. But if you don't want a fruit or vegetable and you want a chocolate bar or ice cream, it's usually in your mind. So, keeping busy. I know people have taken up different hobbies. My husband likes to do puzzles. I like to go on my air climber while I'm watching a show, my exercise ball, my hula hoop. Some people like to knit, going out for walks, like I just said, reading a book, listening to music, dancing in your house, baking with your spouse, your child, your grandchild, something healthy, of course. One of my recipes, of course. And even when you're in the kitchen and you're cooking, you can find other things like putting on music, going up and down the stairs, waiting while you're cooking. Don't want things to burn, of course, so you have to check your food. But a distraction's really helpful. The other thing that's really helpful, and that's helped me, and I'm not telling you guys to do this, but I started intermittent fasting because you have to find the times when you are bored or when when you're snacking, those times. And for me, it was at night time. So I decided to have a eating window. For years, my sister-in-law Debbie would say, I don't eat past 7. And I think, well, I've done WW, Wellness That Works, for years, and it's worked for me, and I've been able to eat any time of day. But was it really, really working in terms of my full benefits of healthy eating? And honestly, I found that was something that I needed to work on. So I decided to have an 8-hour window of when I could eat, and it was plenty of time. And during the time that I'm not eating, I keep busy, or I have water, carbonated water, teas, hot water, coffee, and that's what's really, really, really boosted my weight loss again. So sometimes when you've been doing something for a long time, you have to shake things up. Having an eating window, and sometimes people don't want that, and that's fine. Or you just say the kitchen is closed, and that's it, and you don't go in your kitchen, and you refrain from those snacks that you don't necessarily need. You may want them, and you have to ask yourself, do I want them? Do I need them? Remembering your why of why you're doing this health journey. And again, nobody's perfect. So there's going to be times when you just feel like something. I bet all of you have stood in front of that fridge and do I feel like this? Do I feel like that? Or in front of the cupboard, do I feel like this? Do I feel like that? Right? Because I still do it. It's like, do I want something salty? Do I want something sweet? Am I really in the mood, or I just feel like it? I have to have something. And I'm not saying that once in a while do that, But if you find when you're on your journey that you're plateauing, that you're maintaining, and you still want to lose your weight, then you can do some of these things that I've mentioned that I know will help you, that have helped me. Okay? So keeping busy, going for a walk, exercising, finding a different hobby, calling a friend for support. Support is key. Don't allow people to sabotage you and say, oh, you can have it, don't worry. We're in the movie theater. Oh, you can eat whatever you want. No, bring things that are healthy for you, and learn to say no to people. Learn to say no to yourself, more importantly, because those people that care about you, especially yourself, number one, you need to listen to what you want. Okay? Because that's key. You're number one. This is all about you. Don't compare yourself to other people and what they're doing. You need to stay strong and positive and assertive, not aggressive. You can be assertive in a nice way and tell people what you think. And there's going to be temptations. I'm on my walk. There's, places that I could eat if I want to. I bring a Built Bar with me. I always have snacks or something with me in case I am really hungry. And, and that's really key. Prep, plan, grocery shopping, having the right things that you're eating that'll keep you fuller longer, so you aren't hungry and you don't snack and you don't just mindless eat. Half your plate should be vegetables, protein, and some healthy carbs. Having a well-balanced diet will keep you satisfied and sustained for a longer period of time. Finding yummy, healthy snacks, and I did a video on healthy snacks that I love. I mean, not every single one, but a lot of them that you can find on my YouTube, or you can make a bunch of them, my recipes, and freeze them so that you have them. And at least if you are grabbing something, try to either put them in a baggie, in a small bowl, weigh them. Again, if you're on your weight loss journey, that will help you, okay? So don't just grab, take a stop, pretend you see a stop sign in front of your head, in front of your face, and say, to yourself, talk to yourself. Do you really want it? Do you really need it? Do I have to have it right now? And make that decision. You're in control of your journey. Nobody else can do it for you. All right? So that's it. I hope this was helpful. Some of my tips and strategies that I've used over 8 years now after losing 130 pounds. I needed to shake things up. I love intermittent fasting because it gives me the control and power over when I'm eating. But again, not everybody can do it because some people are on medications, they're older, they're younger, whatever the reason. But you have to do what works for you. I don't tell people that you have to do Wellness That Works. I think it's the best program out there. I've promoted it for years. But you have to find what's best for you, that works for you, that is long-term, because this is a long-term lifestyle, okay? I didn't want to say battle, I really didn't. But every day can be challenging. Take one day at a time, set small, realistic goals for yourself that are attainable, that you can do, that make you feel so empowered and wonderful about your journey, okay? So I gotta walk and my hand is killing me. I love you guys. Again, please share my channel with everybody and take care of yourself. Okay? One day at a time. Love you. Bye for now.